What's up and welcome to Rabbit Hole. And we're back with another episode in our little college segment. So we're here with Ryan, and Zack. And the special thing about today's episode is we wanted to get into, should you drop out of college if that was something that was on your mind? And here we have a real life college dropout to answer those questions for you. So we'll start on this side of the table where we both graduated and just like, did you ever consider dropping out of college? You're obviously you're glad you stuck through all of it, but what are your thoughts on all that kind of stuff?
The only time dropping out even became like a maybe option was when money was a problem after freshman year for my family.
Yeah.
And that was going to be like a year off process, but that was horrifying to me because I knew that if I took a year off, I probably wouldn't go back.
Yeah.
So that's why it scared me. But it was financial. But yeah, it did become a question at one point for me. And I'm glad I didn't do it, but I almost did.
Yeah, I mean, as long as you stick through it and
yeah,
you got to where you wanted to in life.
Yeah,
that's all that matters.
yeah.
But even like for myself, there were always like the closer I got to graduation, the more I got antsy to get out of there. Mm-hmm. Especially because like you were gone, a lot of my friends were gone. I was doing like this extra year and all this extra stuff I was doing. Do I really want to still be here? And is this even something I want to go through with and continue doing? Because the classes just get harder and harder. Exactly. And it's like, oh, I kind of don't really want to do this anymore. And they're getting harder. And I could be putting my time and effort towards something else. And I mean, it definitely crossed my mind a few times. But the same way, I'm glad I stuck with it. I feel like it gives me a little bit of an edge sometimes. But I mean, let's go to your story.
College isn't for everyone.
We had an episode already that was like, should you go to college? And the main thing was, if you're college material, yes. If not, totally fine.
And I think, for me, college wasn't for me, but there's a schooling that is for me.
Yes, good point.
Or was I at the wrong place? Was I studying the wrong thing? I fucking hated college. I hated driving there. I hated everything about it. I hated all the people that went there. I hated the teachers. I hated the facilities. I hated the bathrooms. I hated the food. I fucking hated everything about it.
Yeah. No, I can understand what you mean and everything, which is different because our story, we left home. We all lived on campus. We were like kind of in this whole new world.
Would make college a lot easier.
Which is, a completely different experience than you, who you had to commute every single day to go to like what seemed like high school too, kind of, because you just come back home. It's not like you're stuck on campus. All right, let's go get food. Let's all hang out. Let's all study together. Let's, do our thing together. Yours was kind of like, okay, I'm going to classes again, coming back, which I could see totally takes away from the experience.
And then working 40 hours a week too.
Yeah.
Working late nights. It was bad. I mean, I think if I would have stayed in school, like if I stayed, lived there.
Yeah. Like moved on to campus and did all that kind of stuff.
And like all I had to do was like go to class.
Yeah. Hang out. Yeah.
I think I would have liked it a lot better. Now the things that really pissed me off about college that they should get rid of, which is a lot of things. The thing that really pisses me off the most is you have to test into classes. Your like general education, so like your math, your English, all that shit.
Yeah.
If you don't do high enough in the test scores, you have to take a class that you pay for that doesn't give you any credit.
Yeah. No, like the pre-class kind of thing to gear you
And
up.
I understand why they're doing that. But guess what? I'm paying for the class. If I fail, I gotta pay for it fucking again.
No, I don't want to say it should be free, but it should almost be one of those where as long as you pass, maybe you get your money back or something, because
it should I
not
don't even care about the money.
It's
a waste of time. Waste of my freaking brain.
Yeah.
I go take, Math 101 is like the math you need to take for
remedial math.
Yeah, like math 1, 2, and 3 are the 3 maths you need to take to get your 2-year degree.
Yeah.
And then English 1, 2, and 3, let's say science 1, 2, and 3, history 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
And then maybe a random class like a swimming or something stupid. I don't know, whatever.
Okay.
Elective that they call it in college.
Yeah.
Now, I had to take math -3.
And work your way up?
Yeah. So I'm paying money, time, to get up to each level. Now, I should be able to take math 1. If I don't pass math 1, it's my money, my time. I gotta pay for it again.
See, but the problem is, the university probably thinks they're doing you a favor.
They ain't doing me shit. They fucked me so hard. I hate those assholes. I hate them with a burning passion.
What about your last day of class? Wasn't it a teacher was
My last time that I appeared...
That you went to class, I mean, yeah.
There was one class I went to still.
Where they're like, where a kid was like, hey, here's the exam or whatever, taking the teacher's like, oh no, you're not taking it, you came in late. Didn't something like that happen?
Yeah, I came in late, like 5 minutes late, and I went on the desk and picked up the
like the exam or
yeah,
quiz.
and like, the teacher, she was such a nitwit piece of shit. She didn't know her ass from the hole in the ground. She was such a bitch. I hated her so much. And she said, you can't take the test. And I was like, why not? And he goes, well, you were late. I'm like, well, I'm sorry. I was just like, I was late. I mean, well, I don't understand, knock off 5 points or something.
Yeah.
And it's like, you're disrespectful for coming to my class late. And I was like, okay, that's understandable. I'm supposed to be here on time. There's a schedule.
Yeah.
Then she said, the students think you're disrespectful for being late. And I stood up and it goes, this is verbatim, none of these motherfuckers give a shit about me. Do you care? And there was like this like 45-year-old black man. And he was just like, I don't give a fuck about you. And I was just like, exactly. Like, I don't know this guy's name. He doesn't care about me. I'm paying money. Let me take my damn test.
Yeah.
And then she goes, you got to go see the dean. And I told the dean some dirty things.
You got dirty with the dean?
Dirty dean. No, I mean, I just told him, like, you're a stat, like, your teachers are rude. Like, another thing, like, I don't like, I just hated everything about it. Maybe it was just the school I went to was terrible. Maybe I need to just go to, like,
Didn't you email all the teachers after, too, and just, like...
Yeah. There was one teacher that I did still go to because I still had to go to school.
Okay.
Because I didn't, like, tell my parents I wasn't going anymore. So I would just, like, drive up to Akron, play Pokemon on my Game Boy, and just, like...
Hang out.
Yeah, go to Starbucks and just, like, chill. I just didn't really do anything.
Yeah.
But the one teacher was at the point of the semester where, like, you didn't go to class anymore. You just wrote papers. It was an English class. And... you'd have conferences, so, like, once a week you'd have to go to him and, like, show him, like, all right, I'm this far in my paper, and he'd be like, oh, okay, I like this paragraph, change this around, change that around, and, like, I went there and I didn't have anything written down. He goes, well, where's your paper? I'm like, well, I don't really go to school anymore. I think you're cool. I think I respect you, so I just came to say hi to you. And he goes, well, what's the issue? And I told him everything I just told you and stuff, and he's like, well, I'm sorry to hear that, and I goes, I think you're a really, sharp young man, and, like, you got to do what's right for you. I'm sad that you've had a terrible experience here, and I goes, I just wanted to, thank you for being the only teacher I had here that wasn't a piece of shit. And he was just like, that's pretty respectful. And I shook his hand, and I never went back.
That's funny though how one teacher's like, that's respectful, and the other teacher's like, you're disrespecting me and the entire class.
So, essentially, college is a good thing, to get your degree. You have to, like, you learn about your profession.
Yeah.
I feel like, I don't know, it's like, there's so many things you can go in, like, a lot of people that have college degrees can't even get a job.
Yeah.
Or they can't even get a job in their field. Like, I know somebody that's, like, I don't know who it is. Somebody in my family, like, they have, like, a degree in something, but their job is something else.
Yeah, that's a lot of people. That's even like me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what's your degree in?
Nursing.
Nursing, and what's your job? Are you a nurse?
Nurse.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Nursing is like the only thing you can do with nursing.
That's what anything
that's like
medical where you go to
there are
med
some
school.
degrees that you're like actually kind of screwed with. I feel like. I mean, I could get another job, but I have no other knowledge.
Yeah.
Like nothing.
Yeah.
I'm very limited.
Do you do IVs?
Yeah.
Oh God.
Do them all. Blood draws, IVs, fully catheters.
I had this chick, dude. I was very sick about a month ago, and they needed to do an IV to give me they gave me steroids and stuff because I had really sore throat. They said I had mono, but I was literally sick for like 5 days, which doesn't make any sense because mono is usually like a 2-week thing, and she didn't get it, and no, she's not on camera, but that's Isabel over there. She's lovely. I love her. And we're a couple, so like you'd think she, mono's known as the kissing disease, right?
Yeah.
Is that what's, and like she didn't get it. So I don't think I really had mono. That's a whole other story. But what I'm getting to is
that was a good.
I'm in the chair and I'm like so like pain. I'm just like fatigued, hot, sweaty, headache, my throat. I can't breathe. It hurts to breathe. And she gives me the IV. And she's on her hands and knees. Like, the bed comes up. She's on her knees. And she just kind of goes like, fucking pricks me and goes, that's not gonna work. And I look at her and like I'm like in like dead pain, like I'm like really sick, and I looked at her, I was like, what the fuck did you just do? And then like it was terrible. So hopefully you don't do that to people.
No.
And then the next lady came in, she was like, you know, she's probably like a middle-aged woman, and she came up, she propped me up, she like tied me up, you know, and she like, you know, lubed me and like, you know, like touched around and like see where like the
Did
main
you have you do
vital
like
point.
some of these?
Yeah, see the vital point.
Awful. She looped me and felt around.
And she, you know, she went in nice and gentle, and then she got it out.
So it was good?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's actually good having that pain because then it took the other pain away
Yeah.
for a second. But yeah, I just wanted to mention that. It was terrible. It was so, it hurt. Like, I was like, she's like, that ain't gonna work. I was like,
Oh man.
So if you're a nurse, you better stay in school. Is the point of that
yeah, stay in
story.
school if you're a nurse. Sorry, but it hurt. But like things like nurses, like that's like you need to go to school for that. But it's like I feel like some jobs, like you know this guy and this guy knows that guy. You can like sometimes get away with it without.
Yeah, it's all
even
about it's all about who you know, really though.
Sometimes, if you're lucky.
And we
Which
talked
that's the
about
route
that
I'm
too.
trying to go.
The no route?
Yeah.
No, we talked
Hey,
about
NOW.
we talked about that in the last segment about how you can get degrees in certain stuff, but it's all about like either knowing you probably won't work with that degree or working your tail off to make every connection humanly possible.
Mm-hmm.
Like literally, you gotta work every aspect of that, like professors, every like thing that you can do to try and get a job. And sometimes you're just gonna end up right back at the university teaching it.
Yep.
And sometimes that's what people want to do, but it's just. You have to know what you're getting yourself into. I think a lot of people just go, which is fine, but then you just end up...
Or they're made to go by their parents.
Yeah, that's the problem too, is a lot of parents view it as an opportunity, but what they fail to... They don't know anything about it, so then all of a sudden they don't realize all the crap that goes on behind, the closed doors, essentially.
And I think our generation is the first generation where most youth go to college. Like my dad didn't go to college. My mom did. Did your parents go to college? Did your parents go to college?
My
They
dad
didn't
finished
graduate,
school, but my mom went but didn't finish school.
Okay.
So we had like 1.5.
So it's like most like people in that age group, like like the 40s to 50s to 60, like our parents' age, average between there. They didn't like have to go because back then you didn't have like if you wanted to be a computer guy, you didn't go to college. You just like showed up and they're like, all right, this is how you use a computer.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. I was going for computers, but I had to take a class about
You like open the book. Step 1. Is your printer plugged in?
like human resources. I had to take a class about Microsoft Word. It's like I've been using Microsoft Word since I was in like 2nd grade. I know how to use it's like please, like you are wasting my time. Get away from me.
No, I know what you mean.
Or you go to a tech school where you go there like maybe like 6 to 9, 3 days a week at like time like you work during the day, and then you go to school and it's like for that 3 hours like you are in your field, like you are learning about computers or you're learning about firemen if you want to be whatever or police or
like a trade kind of thing. Like
like I think that's what I would do, or I might go to school again. I don't know.
I think that's a big mistake, them not pushing trade schools in high school.
Yeah.
Like, they literally need to come in and say, instead of that stupid, like, this is how you fill out a FAFSA. Those are important, I guess. But
like, here are your
literally,
options.
at my high school, they're like, this is how you do the FAFSA. This is how you help your kids apply to college. What they didn't say was, for those of you who know your kids don't want to go to college, here are some good trade schools to go to.
No, seriously, that's a good point.
And it's
like,
cheaper. Well, sometimes it's quicker.
Yeah, and like at my high school, we had different things that you could do in high school. There were girls graduating with their cosmetology degree as an 18-year-old working as a licensed, beautician at age 18.
Like the career center kind of thing?
Yeah, but legit they have that degree now, and that is something that's like people dogged on them. These girls are working for 4 years, making a lot of money doing that, and I'm still in school, working my tail off to pay it off a year after. So it's like there's nothing wrong with going career tech if you know that's what you want to do.
Yeah.
And I hate when people dog on that, like, oh, you're just doing that. It's like, what are you talking about,
Well, you got it more figured out than them, so who even cares what they have to say?
Exactly. It's just sad. I don't like seeing other people get degraded on their career paths, especially if it was a career tech choice.
Yeah.
You could literally work for the Orkin company and make a lot of money. You could be an electrician, a lot of money. Plumber, a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
mean, it's just like there's options. You don't have to go to college to do those.
No, yeah, I completely agree. But yeah, there's a little taste of the other side of the story, I guess, that we really can't tell you. So yeah, if you enjoyed what you saw, we appreciate that. If you have any topics you want us to talk about, college related, it doesn't even have to be like that. We have a bunch of other shows up on the channel you could check out. We'll talk about that kind of stuff too. And hey, thanks for tuning in. We'll see you guys.
Thank you.